I'm so ashamed of it. But
oh my God!
What the hell?
What the? Wreaking havoc. Oh God! Luther!
It's the end of an affair.
I can't believe what we just witnessed. Mariah May, Toni Storm, official.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. Guys, when I tell you something, when I tell you that AEW's women's division is cooking right now, they're cooking right now. This is the second week in a row where the women have had a fire segment. And this is the same week we got Rhea Ripley coming back in the WWE on Raw, man. Same week. Same week, bro. Women's wrestling, period, is on fire. Don't matter what company you watching, if you watching New Japan, Stardom, if you watching TNA, AEW, WWE, NXT, no matter what promotion you watching, man, I'm pretty sure it's probably going good in ROH is even cooking. AEW's ROH, because they got the whole thing with Athena and Billy Stark that's been cooking since last year. What's the other company? NWA and MLW are probably even fired with their women's wrestling. Like, women's wrestling is on fire right now. The talent has never been better than what it's been. It's just everything about women's wrestling is on fire right now, man. And the last company to really pick it up was AEW. But I told people last year I felt like things were starting to change with AEW. Like, they were starting to figure things out a little better with their women's division, because their women's division was atrocious the first 4 years of the company. Like, everyone agrees with that. Their women's division is starting to pick up steam. Like, that promo between Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné might be the best in company's history. The only two that could compete was Saraya and Baker. And that's both of them involved Britt Baker, by the way. Britt Baker and what's her name? Ruby Rousseau. Those are the only two promos that could compete with last week's promo between Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker. That shit was a killer last week, man. I watched that like maybe, I want to say 10 times, but at least more than 5 times since it played out last week. It was that great. They're picking up steam. You got Statlander and Willow Nightingale as well on the side, and now you got this new feud. Mariah May turns on Toni Storm, and boy, when I tell you this was such an epic heel turn, the last 2 weeks AEW been cooking with the heel turns. MJF's heel turn was so damn good last week. This one was like the female version of what MJF did, but it was even more clever, because here's the thing. So Toni Storm is celebrating. She's skipping with Mariah May after Mariah May just got a big victory off of Willow Nightingale to win the Owen Hart Cup, which means she got a shot at facing Toni Storm in England in front of her hometown and fans on August the 25th. And she's skipping with her to the trophy. And then out of nowhere, she picks up the belt and boom on Toni Storm, bro. Knocks her down. Luther was trying to figure out like what's going on, but then she kept on whipping Luther with the belt, and then eventually threw him to a table, which was an awesome spot. But then she got back to Toni Storm and went psycho on Toni Storm, stabbing Toni Storm with the heel of what do you call it, the back of the heel, whatever you call it, man. Just stabbing her with it with the heel, bro. Like, stabbing her face with it. And we got a crimson face from Toni Storm. Oh, my God, bro. And the crowd was like, what the fuck? Like, the crowd couldn't believe what they saw. And they started saying, you sick fuck. You sick fuck. You sick fuck. And Mariah May looked at psycho. Like, she looked like a damn psychopath up there, bro. People are trying to figure, okay, this is the clever part of this heel turn, right? I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let's go back to when Mariah May first came in November. She first came, so last fall, she first comes, and it seems like she's obsessed with Toni Storm. I made videos. If you go back with me, if you remember those videos from November and December, I talked back then about how I think that this is turning into what's it called? What's that movie called? Eve. Damn, I forgot what it was called. Eve's. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. For those of y'all that know what I'm talking about, that movie though, or The Fan. There's a movie called The Fan, not the Wesley Snipes one. It's the one from like the early '80s, but except this was a dude who was obsessed with a theater actress. But basically, what it is like they become these dangerous fans who want to cling onto their idols or whatever, and that's what Mariah May was doing. They kind of got away from that, right? So they kind of threw you off a little bit because they kind of wrote that out of there, like Mariah May wasn't seeming like a psycho no more, right? And that's what's the brilliant part about it. They did this build up this whole entire time. Mariah May seeming like she's almost like a tweener like Toni Storm, where you could root for her because she seems like a baby face sometimes. And then she does this, and she actually becomes a psychopath that we knew that she was probably going to become last year, man. That's crazy, and I love that book. Look, man, people always want to harp on AEW, man, but they've been picking it up with the storylines lately, man. This was a good one. This was a good one, man. And that's all fans ask for. Give us something to care about, bro. And they've been killing it over the last year with Toni Storm's new character. All she needed was someone to play off of. That's all she needed. It's going to be Mariah May. And it's going to be interesting because it's all ends in Mariah May's hometown. I wonder if they boo her now because they love Toni Storm. Wherever she goes, Toni Storm gets cheered. And she's one of the hardcore heels, bro. But she gets cheered. I believe she's going to get cheered, though. But I wonder if they're going to boo Mariah May, man. And I can't wait to see what happens the next few weeks. I can't wait to see what happens the next few weeks. Because she went psycho. You can't count that many times when you've seen a heel turn on another heel, or them doing it like this in a women's division where they make a female, just make another female bleed like this after a heel turn. Like, this is something that you don't regularly see, bro. Like, this was vicious. This is vicious, man. Hey, AEW women's division is cooking right now, man. They cooking with oil grease, man. Mariah May even pushed down Aubrey Edwards, man. That was crazy, man. They should do exactly what they did last year where Aubrey Edwards was fighting Karen Jarrett, even though this is going to be a step outside of Aubrey Edwards' league, but crazy, man. Go ahead and give me your thoughts, man. I'll see y'all next week, man. Go ahead and give this video a like, share, subscribe. Awesome stuff, man. Thank y'all for watching. Afternoons to like.